Mrs. Wainwright. In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, PL 1975, C-231, Sunshine Law, copies of the public meeting notice were sent to the Burlington County Times and Trenton Times and posted on the district website.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I have a motion and a second to approve the action to approve the agenda, please? Motion by Conti. Second by Wainwright. All in favor? Any opposed? We're going to dispense with closed confidential session because there's no need for it, and we have to dispense with the superintendent's report because she's not here. So that takes us to public comment on agenda items. So I was going to read it, I'm sorry. Members of the public are invited to submit comments pertaining only to the board agenda during this public comment portion of the meeting. General comments, not necessarily pertaining to the agenda, are invited to be submitted during the public comment portion at the end of this meeting. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, the board will not publicly discuss personnel matters. This portion of the meeting is not a question and answer session. The board will not respond to comments made by members of the public during this portion of the meeting. However, the board will give all comments appropriate consideration and will refer all individual complaints to the superintendent of schools or administration for resolution. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes duration and not to exceed a total of 30 minutes. May I have a motion and a second to open Community Forum 1?
Motion.
Motion by Conti. Second by Wainwright. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I was going to say, we're right here. If you want to come up closer, you're welcome to come up closer. We will not bite you, we promise.
That's fine. Schreiber, we just wanted to make note in the minutes that this agenda or the reports were uploaded to the website for the community to review. So this is the first time that we're actually able to look at it.
It's been uploaded since Friday.
If you go on the website, it's I'm on the app. So once you go on the app, you click on like 22, 23. It just has.
We're still 21, 22.
Yes, the last meeting on there is June 20th. That's the last meeting that's. Yeah, it's the last one. Okay.
I just clicked on it. May I show you, if that's okay?
Yeah, I read it on Friday.
That's fine.
This is,
Just checking it, but not.
this is 21, 22. And when you go right, it's June 27th, right here.
Okay, all right.
Can you see it from your phone or
No,
not?
I'm curious. You can't see it from the app?
It's just, yeah, well, the app stops at June 20th, that's what.
Is it because they're not in order, or?
It goes back and forth. It goes May 23rd, then May 16th, then June 20th, then June 27th. It's kind of odd how it's laid out.
So make sure they'll look into it.
Yeah, the app stops on June 20th, and then I can't scroll over or do anything.
And I just went on the regular website, and there's no ability to access the link, and there's no ability to click on it.
Oh,
It's 27.
They're
Yeah,
saying-
27.
They're saying that you have to go back to the other one, but,
It's on the 21-22 school year.
yeah, but once you still click on the app, it only stops.
It's right here. It's above August 9th, June 27th. No, it's because it's, look, Chris,
They just want to know, I think, to be able to.
go
See.
up. It's very bad. Down, for August, right there. It doesn't make sense.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Y'all never had looked at it.
It goes.
Because the beginning says July 26, 2021, so the logical person would just.
Right.
If you start from the top, it goes July 26th to August 23rd, September 27th, October 25th, October 29th, December 20th, January 5th, January 24th, February 24th, March 14th,
Is that-
March 28th, April 26th, May 23rd, June 27th, and then it goes back to August 9th.
Is that because of the way the form is on the website? I think the way that it's listed in the HTML?
It's because
Thank you,
there's two columns.
thank you, though, we'll make sure that we get
Yeah,
that.
I didn't even look, I just scrolled all the way down thinking it.
Yeah, that's
I've done that before,
understandable.
so there's no- I know that you have to kind of be careful of the
I
dates.
never look at it through this.
Like the other lady said, a logical person would go down.
Right, exactly.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Also, if there's anything that's going to be approved, what is the quorum that you have to have for the number of board members?
Majority.
Five.
Five?
Yes. Yeah, we were very careful about that today. I mean, we're always very careful about it, but we made sure today with people being on vacation.
I'm finished, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Does Mikesh's email on the website if they have an issue?
Mukesh, is your email on the website, just in case there's an issue, that somebody could shoot you an email and let you know that they can't find?
It should go through business.
It should probably go through, Lewis.
It should go
Okay.
through business.
Rather than having people contact him directly, it should
Sure.
probably go through Lewis.
Yeah, if you ever
So-
have a problem with
Yeah.
it again,
Lewis, and they'll get in touch with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
anyone else
For agenda items.
for agenda items? Not agenda?
At the end of the
Okay.
meeting, Bob.
Okay. Seeing no further comments, may I have a motion and a second to close Community Forum 1?
Motion.
Motion by Conti,
Second.
second by Popso. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I made a mistake and I forgot something before the Pledge of Allegiance. I would like to, I don't know how we can do this or whatever, maybe put a moment of silence aside or something for the young students who passed away in Texas. They are school members.
Yeah.
I don't care what school it is. I would like to, I should have did it before or after the Pledge of Allegiance.
We can do it right before.
We
the
can do it
close of the
now, or
meeting.
we can do it now?
At the end,
Or-
well,
Or do you want to do it in the next public meeting?
I would like to do it now, I mean, before it gets too
Okay.
late and we forget. We can do it at the end.
Well,
Okay.
we should have a more full board and maybe more, just, I'm not opposed to it. Yeah. Sanu, when can we do that?
yeah,
We
I
add
think
that?
at the end of the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, after the second public comment.
Thank you, Tony. May I have a motion and a second to approve R01, the monthly reports?
That's the enrollment report, the emergency drill suspension.
Yes.
And, okay.
Those monthly reports.
Yep.
Mhm.
Motion.
Motion by Conti. Second by Popso. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion and a second for approval of the minutes of the meeting on the meetings on the 23rd of May?
I'll motion that also.
Motion by Conti. Second by Popso. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I need a motion and a second for administration items A01 through A03 and A05 through through A10. We have to pull aside A04.
I'm just going through them real quick. Why does 4 have to be full?
Tony.
Okay. Motion.
Motion by Conti. Second by Popso. Any questions?
Just go a little bit slower since they have time. So they can just make sure they can keep up with it.
Sure.
To be consistent.
All in favor? Any opposed? What do I need to do? I
Do it as a
pulled
roll,
for it.
do it as
Yeah,
a
do a
roll
roll
call.
call.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it as a roll call.
Ms. Bassett? Mrs. Barachi? Mrs. Cartier? Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mrs. Popso? Mr. Sullivan? Mrs. Wainwright? Mr. Nutter? Mrs. Skinner?
Yes. Now, may I have a motion and a second for A04, please?
Can we do that? We don't have a quorum to approve it.
Well, you'll have to see,
If he's got to pull out for one, if
then you'd
anybody-
only have 4.
we can't approve that, then, can we?
But that, it's not personnel. Do
It
you
is,
s-
it has to do with, you have to put it for the next meeting.
Okay, so we'll have to pull A04 and put it on it has to be done by June 30th.
So does that mean we need a special meeting?
I'll have to check and see.
June 30th is Thursday.
I know,
It's Monday now, so
I know.
we need 2 days to advertise.
yep.
Right, but because it's, I would say
don't.
take the vote and then we'll double check on whether it needs to be re-voted on.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's fine,
So
but,
vote and we'll double check.
We have 5 right now, so.
And Tony's going to abstain.
And there's one person who will
Okay.
abstain, so that leaves us, we're just going to take the vote and check that afterward.
well, that would still leave, even at the votes, it would be 4 and 4 then. So what would happen in that case? He had to
Well, it's
abstain.
4
Right, but
of
it,
the 9 members, yes.
right, but in that case, with him abstaining, what would occur if it was 4 and 4? It's a
Then-
stalemate.
Then it doesn't pass.
It doesn't pass, right,
Correct.
okay, it's not a majority. Okay,
But
that's fine.
it's 4 of 5 people here. So
Sure, no.
If it's considered personnel, that has to be 5 of
Mhm.
9.
No, I just wanted to
But
know-
if it's not personnel, then it can be 4 of 5.
Mhm. I don't think we've ever had
Yeah, it's not listed,
this
it's under
few
administration.
people here at a meeting, so that's why I asked.
Okay. I say we take the vote, and if we have to redo it, then we redo it.
Okay, so
Okay.
we'll take A4 by itself, and, okay, that's fine.
Can I have a motion and a second then for A4?
Motion.
Motion by Conti, second by Popso. Okay,
Ms. Bassett? Mrs. Barachi? Mrs. Cartier? Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mrs. Popso? Mr. Sullivan? Mrs. Wainwright? Mr. Nutter? Mrs. Skinner?
yes. Okay. Sorry for any confusion. Okay. Under business, do you want to do that, or do you want me to do it? May I have a motion and a second for items B01 to B13?
Motion.
Motion by Conti. Second by Popso. Are there any questions? Yes, no, maybe?
Not for me.
No questions?
Get through it all.
Okay. All in favor?
We're all in favor, are we doing
I I think you just do roll
Roll
call.
call.
Okay, we'll just stop.
But he
Ms.
doesn't have to
Bassett?
call the people who aren't here.
Yep. Ms. Bassett? Mrs. Barachi? Mrs. Cartier? Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mrs. Popso? Mr. Sullivan? Mrs. Wainwright? Mr. Nutter? Mrs. Skinner?
Yes. Curriculum and instruction, C01, homebound bedside instruction. May I have a motion and a second?
Motion?
Motion by Conti. Second by Wainwright. Go ahead.
Ms. Bassett? Mrs. Barachi? Mrs. Cartier? Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mrs. Popso? Mr. Sullivan? Mrs. Wainwright? Mr. Nutter? Mrs. Skinner?
Yes. Personnel, may I have a
Are we
motion?
gonna do reports? Are we gonna do anything like that, or?
None of that's
Nope, we don't need to.
No?
on. We don't need to do reports.
We don't need to do reports?
No.
Okay.
So personnel items 01 through 08. I need a motion and a second,
Oh,
please.
That's my committee, so we went through all of these. We didn't meet this month in person, but we did. We were notified via email of all of these items. They've all been vetted. We are happy to report, as listed in the, as is listed in the items, that we are filling a good number of positions, including the summer positions, and the student teachers are coming through, so it's really a good situation. So I would like to motion for the approval of all of the personnel items on the agenda this evening.
Thank you. May I have a second? Is that you, Toby? Okay, Popso? Go ahead.
Ms. Bassett? Mrs. Barachi? Mrs. Cartier? Mr. Conti?
Yes.
Mrs. Popso? Mr. Sullivan? Mrs. Wainwright? Mr. Nutter? Mrs. Skinner?
Yes. Okay, I have to be able to see this. All right, let me next page. I just need to see more. I can't see anything. I need a motion and a second to open Community Forum 2, please.
Motion?
Motion by Conti. Second by Popso. All in favor?
Aye.
Any abstain? Do I need to read all that?
Any opposed?
Any opposed? Okay. Bob?
Now's your chance, Bob.
Thank you. Robert, the interim athletic director. I want to personally come here tonight and thank Dr. Ambrose for Valencia and all members of the Board of Education, Principal President, and all their help personally with my 4 months here. It was such a fabulous experience working in athletics again and having the opportunity to be part of the program. A great deal of success. Student athletes were fabulous, and I just wanted to personally come here and thank you. And like I said, I really appreciate it.
Well, on behalf of the board, I'd like to thank you as well.
Yeah, Bob, as I've told you in person many times, thank you for helping us. We were in a glut, or we were in a downturn for the administrative processes for our athletic department. You came in and greatly helped us at a time of need, and we are deeply indebted to your service. Thank you.
And thank you for staying on.
Yes, to help.
To help.
Andrea Darby, I realize you guys already approved everything on the agenda, so I'm late, but I didn't review it before.
It's okay.
So under RO1, the suspension report is, the emergency drill report is listed twice instead of the suspension report. It's not on there. So it looks like we updated that. I checked all four exhibits and none of them are the suspension report. So just wanted to make you all aware.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else? I have a motion and a second to close Community Forum 2. Motion by Papso. Second by Wainwright. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Then I need a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting.
He wants to do
Oh, I'm
this.
sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to do it afterward. Okay.
No, I can't do it.
Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion that we have a moment
Need
of
a-
silence.
we
You don't need a motion.
No?
Nope, we just
Whatever.
take a
I'd like
moment.
to take a moment of silence for the young students and teachers and everybody in Texas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. And may I have a motion and a second to adjourn our meeting? Motion by Papso. Second by Wainwright. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thank you very much.